This is the story of two men in a town, all drawn by a strange destiny into the maelstrom that was to be the War of 1812 between the United States and England. One of these men was an American, Stephen Riddell. The other was Tecumseh, greatest of all Indian chiefs, who had his headquarters at the town of Tippecanoe, home of the Shawnee Indians. The fuse was already burning close to the powder keg of war when a flatboat carrying a shipment of salt from Vincennes, capital of the United States territory of Indiana, sailed up the Wabash River bound for Tippecanoe.
Confounded mosquitoes come as big as eagles around here.
If you don't kill them, Joe, you'll break your own neck slapping at them.
Oh, it's them Shawnees. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have to do this. When they sell land to the United States, why don't they take money instead of salt, like everybody else?
Did you ever try curing meat for the winter with money?
Just the same much.
Keep them behind those sacks so they can't shoot down at the water. You four men follow me. Get this boat ashore. Gather up the pelts, men. We're returning to Vincennes.
That should give those bloomin' Shawnees at Tippecanoe something new to think about, eh?
The subject of the prophet's next sermon will be the United States and how it cheated the Shawnees out of a payment again.
It is the Americans. First, they send men to rob our traps so that we have no pelts to trade for food. Then they send whiskey to the Wyandottes, the Miamis, and the Potawatomis to get their chiefs drunk, so they will sign unfair treaties. Now they do not send us our payment of salt. They want our meat to rot so that we will have no food for the winter. I say, take up the hatchet against the Americans. I am the prophet of the Shawnee Nation, and I have spoken. Take counsel.
My brother, the prophet, speaks strong words against our friend, the United States. That we could be born of the same mother is indeed strange. You know but one thing. To live with war paint on your face and a tomahawk in your hand.
A tomahawk is stronger than your soft words.
My words are words of peace that will help the Indian. I'll go to Vincennes and learn from Governor Harrison what happened to our salt.
And get more of his lies thrown in your teeth. Go to Harrison with your soft words. I'll go with my war paint and tomahawk.
You are my blood brother, but I am your chief. And if you dare to make a move before I have talked with Governor Harrison, you will feel the weight of punishment. Remember this, all of you, if you wish to choose war instead of peace. All the prophet said is true, Governor Harrison. I want peace with the United States, but I cannot hold back my brother or his followers so long as these things happen.
Tecumseh, we too want peace. Can't you see that enemy agents are trying to cause bad blood between us?
But I cannot prove this to the prophet. You say you will send another shipment of salt, but my brother has already formed a war party.
If he kills any of our settlers, it's the Smith house.
Governor, Indians started the fire. You better hurry.
My brother's raiding party.
That fire's clear over the other side of town. Can't see a thing.
Yeah, I'm sure glad it ain't this. Salt is in there. Take it all.
This doesn't seem to accomplish much for your brother, Tecumseh. Why would he set fire to this one house?
Knowing the prophet, I would say he had no interest in this house whatsoever.
Governor! Governor! Governor, Indians in war paint. They raided the Marshall Company.
And took salt and meat?
They cleaned out everything and escaped to the hills.
It was only a trick to get everyone over on this side of town.
I hope no one was hurt.
While you stand and palaver with this redskin, his Shawnees raid the town.
Now, calm yourself, laddie. Everyone here knows Tecumseh's got too much sense to be back of anything like this.
Thanks, Shane.
Just the same, McGregor. Smith's place is burned down and Marshall's is robbed. If these redskins have the gall to come right into Vincennes...
Gentlemen, I think we'd better go into my office. Chief Tecumseh and I have tried for a long time to find a way to peace between the United States and all the tribes. Perhaps you will all rest easier if you know we are in negotiations to buy land from the tribes. Land that is strategically situated so that forts can be built quickly if necessary.
This is excellent news, sir.
At the moment, we're dealing only with the Kishpoko branch of the Shawnee Nation. The others will come later. Needless to say, gentlemen, this information is confidential. I only tell it to you so there will be no hot-headed outbursts that may ruin our endeavors for peace. I hope you understand.
Anything we can do, Governor, you can count on us.
Thank you.
If you want peace, Redskin, keep your brother out of Vincennes.
Didn't you mind him? He's always getting hot under the collar.
As I must silence my brother, so must you silence such men among you.
Come for dinner tonight. Laura's cooking will make you forget Barker.
Thanks, Shane. I'll be there.
Good. I'll tell Laura. Goodbye, Governor.
My brother will be punished for what he did today.
If only the prophet could be made to think our way, so he could be a friend of the United States.
When the prophet was young, it was an American who caused him to lose an eye. It would be hard for him to forget such a thing.
All right, Tecumseh, it's your problem. I'll make you out a requisition for wheat flour according to our treaty.
When friendship between us can be had without a signed document, then peace will be secure. It is not what we write down for others to see. It is what we feel here. Goodbye, Governor.
Goodbye, Chief. Well, you heard them. I'm glad you didn't follow us to the fire.
Well, it's best no one knows I'm in the territory until we want them to know. My health will be better that way.
Much. I sent for you, Riddell, because President Madison has a lot of faith in you. As long as the merchants came up here, I thought I'd drop your little bombshell without waiting to call a special meeting.
They swallowed the bait. Just as well you didn't hold it off.
Now that I gave them the information about the Tippecanoe, I hope you know what you're doing.
We've got to open something up somewhere. You say that even though that salt shipment was sent secretly, spies got the information. If any action is taken against the Tippecanoe, we'll know it was one of the men here today. We can boil it down from there.
You've been away from Vincennes for a long time. There are a lot of new faces here. Things have changed.
The Indians don't change. I was brought up by the family of Tecumseh and the Prophet. I know the red man, Governor. If the Prophet really is tied up with the British, we'll force his hand. Well, the sooner I get to Chief Little Cloud at the Tippecanoe village, the better. I'll get back as quickly as possible.
Go out the back way. No one will see you.
Well, Father, it's about time you got back. Any man who neglects his business to run to a fire.
Aye, lass, but I still prefer the fire in your eyes. Well, lads, what have we? More pelts? Fine, fine. Market in furs is booming in New York and Boston. These look all right.
They'll do, but don't you let them overcharge you.
Come into the office and I'll pay you off. And Laura, we're having company for dinner tonight.
Company? And you tell me now. Oh, Father, you've no right to invite someone on such short notice.
He'll be meeting us at the house. It's Tecumseh.
Tecumseh.
Did you destroy the boat?
We blew it up.
Salt dissolved in the river.
There isn't a thing left.
Fine, fine.
Father, there's Mr. Bancroft to see you.
Tell him I'm busy. Oh, Mr. Bancroft. Come in. Come in. You'd better go home now and get dinner ready.
All right. Don't be too late.
General Proctor.
At ease, gentlemen. I'm not in uniform. Who was the girl?
My daughter, Laura. She doesn't know what's going on here, so it's just as well if she's not around. You're a long way from Fort Malden, General.
American counter-espionage has saturated the territory between here and Canada. I couldn't take a chance on a leak in our plans, so I came myself. It's a long journey. This wilderness is our weakness, unless we make it our strength. McGregor, do you have a map of the surrounding territory?
Aye. My men have charted every hill, back trail, and road. We can break it down to trees and bushes if you like.
All right. May be necessary. A wagon train and convoy of troops has already left Fort Malden. It's on its way here now.
You're daring to send soldiers here before war's been declared?
Artillerymen, McGregor. There are a number of cannon in the convoy. These will be placed in the hills overlooking the one road that leads from Vincennes. This town, gentlemen, will be the headquarters for all American troops, should war be declared.
It's fantastic, sir.
Yes, but possible and feasible. The Indian guides are leading the convoy over mountain trails that are not used for normal travel.
If that plan works, sir, our cannon can blast any American army before it ever reaches Canada.
It had better work, Captain. This is one war the king does not intend to lose. Now, when those cannons are in place, I want them camouflaged.
We've been promising the Indians muskets, sir.
They're in the convoy.
The Americans aren't sleeping, sir. They've been negotiating with various tribes to buy more land. They want to build a string of forts from here to the border.
Those land sales must not be made. Such a defense system would make our plans useless.
Deming, I want the Prophet to make an immediate attack on the Kishpoko village. If necessary, he is to kill Chief Little Cloud as a warning to other tribes not to sell more land to the United States.
Yes, sir. The gun emplacements will be ready for the cannon by the time the convoy arrives. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, Captain. Now, McGregor, let's take another look at this map. I'd like to see the position of the surrounding hills.
So it was your brother, the Prophet, who caused all the trouble today. Tecumseh, we've known each other since we were children. You've always studied our ways. You found them good, haven't you?
Your schools, your religion, the way you build your towns, these things are good.
Then why can't the Prophet and the other chiefs see it?
Take many moons. Many moons. There is still an earth and a sky, and years of civilization between our people. Even between us, Laura.
You've closed that distance.
Do you think it would be different if I were to live as a white man, wear white man's clothes? I would still be an Indian to your people. Laura, you know what is in my heart for you. A miracle would have to happen before I'd have the right to tell you.
I couldn't get away. I never saw it to fail. Always last-minute business when there's company aim. I'm sorry, Tecumseh.
I understand.
Father, it was the Prophet who caused all the trouble today, and Tecumseh's going to punish him.
What are you going to do to him?
Banish him from Tippecanoe. He must learn to realize the authority of his chief.
I see. That seems kind of harsh, doesn't it? He was only after what was due him.
Why, Father, you shouldn't defend the Prophet. Your place may go up in smoke next.
Aye, that's...
One man could bring peace to the territory. Only Steve were here.
Steve Riddell?
Perhaps the troubles of our territory have become too small for him.
Perhaps he's outgrown everything here.
Chief Little Cloud, the Prophet's on his way here. He'll kill you and burn your teepees to the ground. We've got to destroy the bridge that leads to the village.
It is the only way of reaching my village. What will my hunters do?
Governor Harrison built that bridge for you. He'll build you another. Get your braves out to the ravine. I've got to blow up that bridge. Hey, boy, come on. You are to spread the word around among the other tribes. They must be prepared, as the Prophet will attack again. Unless the Prophet is defeated, there will never be peace here. Tell them the great white father in Washington wishes it, and will protect them.
You speak with the tongue of truth. It shall be done.
Tecumseh, I came back because we must have understanding between the tribes. The Prophet is beginning a reign of terror among them. He'll scare them over to the British.
What can I do? I haven't seen my brother since he raided Vincennes. He always wanted...
Come here to make trouble also.
If it means stopping you, then that's what I'm after.
You can do what the Americans want. You are no longer my chief. I will rule the Shawnees and the Tippecanoe. I will be chief.
By what right?
By this right. Unless you think your tomahawk is stronger.
You would fight your own brother?
There is no other way to settle this, Steve. He has always wanted to be chief. He shall have his chance.
And when I am Chief Senamatha, you will die.
Our people will sit in council to watch.
Tecumseh, you're the one man who makes the difference between peace and war. If you...
I don't want to die, Steve. I'll get ready. I cannot kill my own brother. You will know now that I am chief. But you wish to kill me, and there cannot be love between us. You will leave Tippecanoe and never return. You are no longer to take meat from the hunting ground of the Shawnee. Those of you who wish to follow the ways of my brother will leave with him now. Take what is yours and go.
You are a fool, my brother. You should have killed me.
All my life, I've defended him and protected him. How could I harm him?
You couldn't.
What happened tonight will certainly drive him over to the English. Now he will spread his propaganda of fear to every tribe in the territory.
Well, it takes propaganda to fight propaganda.
There must be some definite way to prove to the tribes that the United States wants them as friends.
There is a way. We used to talk about it as kids. A dream you had about making Tippecanoe just like a white man's town.
I've never stopped thinking about it.
Then why not build it? A town with real houses, a school, a church, with flower gardens and farms.
Is it possible?
Sure, with Harrison's help.
It would be proof to every tribe that the white man and Indian can live together. Steve, it would give me the chance to ask Laura to marry me.
Tell your people that the supplies and the men for building will be here within 2 weeks.
It's an amazing undertaking, Steve, but I'm sure it will work. Give the tribes this one example and they'll all follow along. The men and supplies will be sent immediately. Notify Tecumseh.
I already did.
Good. We're on our way to peace.
Halfway. There'll be no real peace until we find out what the spies are trying to do in Vincennes.
Do you have any plan in mind?
Only to let them know I'm after them. Let them make the plans.
They'll try to kill you.
Then we'll know the ones we have to worry about.
Well, good luck, Steve.
Thanks.
Where's your father, Miss McGregor?
He's in his office. But you'll have to wait. There's someone...
Thanks.
It'll not be long. Who is it?
Debbie. Well, it's happened. Tecumseh and the Prophet are split wide open. The Prophet's been banished from Tippecanoe.
It's taken a long time. We've broken Tecumseh's power.
Maybe. The attack on the Indian village was stopped by Steve Riddell.
Riddell?
He's here in town right now. I just saw him leave Harrison's office, and he's heading this way.
He'll be coming here to see Laura.
Riddell knows me. I met him in Washington some time ago at one of the peace parlors.
Wait.
Young lady, I have 150 elephant skins.
Elephant? Steve.
Laura, nice to see you.
Oh, Steve, I thought I'd never see you again.
You'd better go out by the storeroom, General. There's a door will lead you to an alley.
I can't stay in Vincennes with Riddell here. Can you handle the details without me?
I'll do my best.
You're a hard girl to please, Laura. You always were, even when we were kids.
Don't worry. When the right man comes along, I'll get him.
I'll be in touch with you in Canada.
Where's your father?
Customers. Business has been wonderful, but he'll have time for you. Let's go into his office.
All right. There you go.
Father?
Steve Riddell. Laddie, it's good to see you again. We were just talking about you the other night.
Shane, you haven't changed a bit. You're looking fine.
Just like old times, eh, Laura? Steve, Laura, and Tecumseh, the three of you. Kids together, thick as thieves. And look at you now. I'm getting old, Steve.
Oh.
Why, he's as strong as an ox. He can lift a whole moose skin. Still full of moose. What happened to Mr. Bancroft?
Oh, I sent him in the stockroom to see what we had on hand.
But I could have given him an itemized inventory.
Oh, sometimes I wonder who's running this business. Will we see you for dinner tonight, Steve?
Please come.
I'll wear my Sunday best.
Good, good. Let's sit down and have a little chat.
I'm sorry, Shane. I have lots to do. I'd better run along.
Then we'll see you tonight, and you can tell us all your plans then.
Fine.
Good. Well, goodbye, Steve, until tonight.
I've seen Tecumseh, Laura. He thinks about you a great deal.
He comes to Vincennes occasionally. Why did you come back, Steve?
I was sent here. Business.
Oh. Wait a minute, Steve. I want to see how Mr. Bancroft's getting along. That's strange. He's not there. He must have gone out the storeroom door. He dropped the snuff box.
H.P. Are you sure this is Bancroft's?
Well, I was in the storeroom a few minutes before you came, and it wasn't there then.
These cross muskets are the insignia of the King's Grenadiers. Know where he's staying?
At the inn. Why?
This may be one of the reasons I'm in Vincennes, Laura. The English are learning too much about our plans. Has your father known Bancroft long?
No, he's a new customer.
I'd like to see him. May I return this?
There might be trouble.
There already is.
Yes?
The proprietor sent me, sir. Your snuff box was found downstairs.
Oh, Riddell.
General Proctor. You should have let us know you were going to be in Vincennes. We would have given you a military reception.
What do you want here?
No English gentleman is complete without a snuff box. And this one probably has some special sentiment since it bears the insignia of one of your favorite regiments.
Well, thank you very much. And now, since I'm in rather a hurry, would
A
you...
military man in civilian clothes? A bit unusual for a general to be a spy, isn't it, sir?
We are not at war, Mr. Riddell. I'm merely here on a little business with Mr. McGregor.
Business as usual? I'm afraid you'll have to answer a few questions for Governor Harrison, sir.
Why, of course. I have no objections. Good work, Captain.
The horses are in the back. I think we'd better hurry, sir.
Steve, this is the first time I ever did business with him. And he certainly didn't seem like a military man to me. He gave no hint whatsoever and appeared to know quite a lot about pelts. Who could he have wanted to contact here?
The other man in that room, perhaps. The one who hit me. Apparently, Proctor's been using you and your business to cover up the real purpose of his visit.
Aye, he could have. Steve, I hope you don't think that I...
You wouldn't do that to Laura.
Of course not.
Why, I disown him.
Well, I'd better report this to Harrison. See you at the house later.
Proctor get away all right?
I took him to the edge of town. But Riddell...
I know. How quickly can you reach the Prophet?
He's camped near the first gun emplacement in the woods. I should say an hour, possibly a little longer.
Take him this message. I want him to raid my farm tonight.
What?
No one here could suspect a man who's attacked by the Prophet. Steve Riddell will be at my house, and he will die trying to protect Laura and myself.
What time shall they attack?
Tell them I'll signal from my window with a lantern. And remember, no harm is to come to my daughter.
I know how much you think of Riddell, but this is one time you haven't any choice.
I'll tell that to my conscience. You'd better hurry.
Hard to believe that Proctor would take a chance on coming here himself.
Must have been important enough for him to come.
I just received one of our intelligence reports from the Canadian border. It seemed routine enough until his business with Proctor. But perhaps there is some connection. The report states that a lot of new artillery was recently brought into Fort Malden and then shipped out again.
Shipped out of the fort? We've tried to locate the shipment, but it appears to have vanished into thin air. We're keeping a close watch on all land and water approaches. This artillery must have been part of Proctor's strategy. And it must also have had something to do with Indiana. That's why Proctor was here.
I've requested our counterintelligence to redouble their efforts, but there may not be time. No one knows exactly how close war is.
Well, at least it gives me more to work on than I had. The difference between victory and defeat, Governor, may prove to be the snuff box of an English gentleman. Nothing like a good glass of port to top off a good dinner.
Dad looks as though my cooking gave him indigestion.
No, Laura, it isn't of that, lass. It's just that suddenly these things seem very important to me. A snug home, the satisfaction of good food, good wine, and a pretty lass to look at.
Too much wine.
I think I know just how he feels.
But nobody rests easy these days. Every man's tied up tight with his own principles and politics. And men die because of them. Well, you two will be wanting to talk about something else besides politics. Good night, Steve.
Good night, Shane. See you tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Oh, aye, lad. Aye, tomorrow. Night, lassie.
Good night, Dad. You've been gone for so long. I don't know whether you've changed or not.
Not much reason for changing.
Oh, Steve. You left Vincennes over 2 years ago. Why didn't you write?
Oh, I don't know. I thought maybe you and Tecumseh'd be married by now. He always said he would ask you when the time was right.
But the time hasn't been right. For either of us.
You know he loves you. And the new town of Tippecanoe will make the time right.
But the Indians would never follow a chief who'd married a white woman. Will you have to be at Tippecanoe during the building of the town?
Oh, part of the time at least. Harrison is sending men from here to help. And someone's got to be there to prevent any clashes between them and the Indians.
You'll have trouble from the English, and the Prophet too, no doubt.
They're not going to like it, that's certain.
If only... Steve!
Shawnees, go to town and get help. Your father and I'll try and hold out. Shane!
I see them, Steve. I'll pick them off from up here.
We could see the fire from town.
Indians raiding our place.
Trunk would take care of those redskins, Steve.
It almost took care of me too, Shane.
Thanks, Governor. You didn't get here any too soon.
Looks like it pays to keep a squad of men ready to ride.
Steve, you all right?
Thanks to you.
Oh, thank Dad. If he hadn't shot one of those Indians from that window, I never would have gotten away.
Neither would you, Steve, if it hadn't have been for that trunk.
Governor, I'm not going to accuse anybody until I have definite proof.
Steve, I know how much you think of the McGregors, but if Shane is guilty and you let him go free, it could mean your life.
The Shawnees did raid his place, didn't they? You heard Laura. Her father killed one of the braves himself. I think we can prove whether he's involved with the British or not.
How?
You're hiring white men to help in the building of Tippecanoe. I want you to hire some of McGregor's trappers, especially a man named Deming.
But those men could sabotage the whole project.
They'll be watched day and night. And if they try anything, Governor, then we'll know we're on the right track.
All right, Steve. We'll do it your way.
The English promised me much power. Instead, the power of Tecumseh increases, white brothers. Since the town of Tippecanoe is almost finished, what are you going to do about it?
We're going to let them finish it. Deming's there. He reports that when the town is completed, Tecumseh will journey to the southern tribes to tell them about it. While he's gone, you'll be the new ruler of Tippecanoe, king of the Indian nations.
But Harrison will send the American army to stop me.
Exactly. But what he doesn't know is that our cannons are hidden in the hills, ready to blast his forces to pieces. He doesn't know that your men are armed with English muskets.
Those wagons are loaded with guns and ammunition for you.
This will cause war to be declared between the United States and England.
Child doesn't always know what's good for it. Maybe it will take another war to make the United States realize that it still needs the protection of its mother country, England. Well, do you agree with our plan?
The Americans shall pay for this eye. I accept your plan, my brothers.
Tecumseh. Mr. Riddell, Deming and two men just left town. They took horses. They moved very quietly. Wanted no one to know. Which way did they go? Different ways, heading for the hills.
And Deming?
In direction of the Great White Rock.
Hey, come on!
Give him plenty of rope. We want to see where he's going. He stopped riding.
We'd better leave our horses here.
This will give you the range and target area of your gun, Lieutenant. The other gun crews are receiving their instructions tonight.
Is there any indication as to what day it will be?
No, but you'll have that information in time. Under no circumstances try to contact us. We can't afford to take any chances.
Very good, sir.
The town of Tippecanoe shall symbolize the goodwill and sincerity between the Indian nations and their friend and neighbor, the United States. And now, the man whose dream made this new town possible, Chief Tecumseh of the Shawnee Nation.
White brothers, people of my own tribe, what you see here tells you more than any words I could use. Today I leave for the south to bring the news of Tippecanoe and to show our brothers how they can build their own towns just like it. Wherever I go, I shall spread the word of the generosity of the United States. May our united strength forever keep war from our land and grant us everlasting peace.
Prophet. Tecumseh's been gone a week now, and I don't like it.
Neither do I.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
Start the raids at once.
Come in.
Another raid?
Worse. Not only has the Prophet been raiding every outlying settlement and murdering its people, but now he's taken over Tippecanoe and made himself chief.
They were just waiting for Tecumseh to leave so they could provoke us into an attack and then crush our army with our hidden artillery.
Steve, you said yourself it would take 6 months to find those cannon.
Governor, I want you to spread the word that our army marches in the morning to drive the Prophet out of Tippecanoe.
What?
We'll need every wagon in town. They must be ready to leave at dawn.
But Steve...
The rest of the plan will work this way.
Town. Every able-bodied man is marching at dawn.
Send the men out tonight to notify the gun crews and see that the Prophet distributes the muskets to the braves.
Without any further interference from Steve Riddell, I hope.
So long as he's alive, I wouldn't be too sure of anything. The messengers have a hard ride ahead of them. You better give them plenty of time.
Steve, I'm worried. The Prophet's no fool. He wouldn't deliberately force you to attack unless he were ready for it.
We've got to win this battle, Laura, or the United States is through in the Indiana Territory. We've sent for Tecumseh, but he'll never arrive in time. He might have been able to rally his warriors against the Prophet. This way, it's up to us. There just isn't much we can do.
Oh, Steve, if you're hurt.
Laura, I had a job to do here. When it's finished, I'm going back to Washington.
Afraid if you stay here, you might hurt Tecumseh by revealing that you love me?
Laura.
Let me finish. I love you, not Tecumseh. If I have to throw myself at your head, I'll do it.
Why don't we go on?
You may know why in just a few minutes.
What happened to those wagons our men were supposed to ride?
Let's call them the advance guard, Barker.
Sounds like a lot of highfalutin military stuff to me.
Sounds like cannon.
Right, Mr. McGregor. Cannon meant for us.
And you knew they were there?
We just didn't know where they were. Now we do. In a very short while, gentlemen, we'll be able to move on to our camp.
There are dummies in those wagons. The real ones are coming up the hill. Change your sights.
I hope so. No new batteries have opened up. There are 15 in all. Get your squads and we'll move in now.
was the prophet's decision, Steve? Will he surrender without a fight?
He wants 24 hours to think it over.
24 hours?
He's just marking time.
You think there might be a surprise attack?
There's something in the air. McGregor didn't volunteer for this expedition for no reason. I'm standing watch tonight. You've gone far enough, Shane. And don't touch your gun. Maybe we ought to have a talk with Governor Harrison.
What's the matter? What's bothering you, Steve?
I waited until I was sure you were heading for Tippecanoe.
What nonsense. Why, I was only...
Enough information for the prophet to massacre our men.
Steve, I always had a great liking for you. It's too bad that we're serving under different flags. But I want to ask you to do me one favor. Will you be taking care of Laura for me?
She's going to marry me.
She is? That's grand. It doesn't seem as if I'll be coming to the wedding, but I want to wish you all the happiness in the world. I'm sorry, lad.
What's that?
You're certain that's the man? So your stupid braves killed McGregor by mistake and revealed to the Americans that you have guns. We were going to let them attack us here and surprise them with our musket fire. The only thing to do now is attack first.
What's that?
The drums have stopped. Better make ready, sir.
Blow assembly. Man the barricades! Gun crews in position!
can't have it, no one will.
Well, that's the end of Tippecanoe, Steve.
The end of a lot of things, Governor. The end of a dream for Tecumseh.
Tecumseh! We thought you'd be here.
How is your father, Laura?
He's dead. Steve told me that he died a hero in the battle with the Prophet.
I'm sorry, Laura. He was such a fine man.
Come back with us, Tecumseh. Harrison will welcome you.
Shawnees have gone to the north. I must be with my people.
But you're just as much a part of us.
Whatever things may happen, you will always be my brother. But I died when Tippecanoe died, Steve. Because here all the Indian nations are buried. Goodbye, Laura.